Every morning with a smile so bright, teaching students to reach new heights. Step by step with heart and pride, keeping health as our faithful guide. Not just running, not just play, building stronger lives each day. With every lesson, dreams can grow through discipline. Our spirit shows. JDVM, we proudly stand, leading hearts with helping hands. Move with courage, strong and free. That's the way we're meant to be. JDVM, hear our call, lift each other, one and all. Body, mind, and dreams align. A physical education teacher shines.
So, maulang umaga po sa ating lahat and welcome to Art Appreciation. So, this is just a continuation of our chapter 1. But before we proceed on the next part of our discussion, let us have a recall with regards on our first part of the discussion. During your quizzes, or during your quiz rather, we analyze every statement if what kind of appreciation it was. Okay? Now, let's have a review. What is art is universal? What is art is not nature? And art involved experiences. When we talk about art is universal, remember that every culture create art even though the forms and styles are different. Art exists in every culture, society, and a period of history. It is a universal language that expresses human thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and experiences. Next is the art is not nature. Just like what I mentioned during our face-to-face discussion, nature is created naturally. Nature will exist without humans. That's why art is not nature of involved experiences, lahat po ng nakikita nating bagay dito sa ating mundo, it is a product of experiences put through into art. Yung bag mo, yung aircon, yung design ng mga gamit mo, based from experience. Kaya nabuo or na-design yung mga yan. Now, let's talk about the role of creativity in arts making. Creativity requires thinking outside the box. It is often used to solve problems that have never occurred before, conflate function and styles, and simply make life more unique and enjoyable experiences. Art as a product of imagination, imagination as a product of art. So dito pag-uusapan po natin yung ano nga ba yung kaibahan ni imagination versus knowledge when it comes to the word art. Imagination is not constrained by the wall of norms but goes beyond that. People rely on curiosity and imagination for advancement. Remember that last line. People rely on curiosity and imagination for advancement. The question is, lahat ba ng naproproduce na art can be used for advancement? Lahat ba na kine-create ng mga artists na certain art product is nagagamit for advancement? That is the question. Now, to understand better, gumawa po tayo ng PubMat, imagination versus knowledge. According to the definition, imagination not constrained by walls of norms. Ibig sabihin, wala kang sinusundan na knowledge, wala kang sinusundan na batas, basta imagination mo lang ang ginagamit mo. So you are not limited by ideas. In fact, unlimited kasi imagination yung pinapagana natin. Build curiosity and open new doors. Takes you beyond limit and into endless possibilities. Bakit po sinabing endless possibilities? Kasi hanggat kaya mong mag-imagine, mag-create ng mga unique na art, walang imposible kasi you have the endless possibilities. But the question is, can we use it for the advancement? Pag po ko sinabi natin advancement, dapat napapakinabangan natin yung art na napoproduce natin. So dito, pag imagination po yung ginagamit natin, yes, you can create a certain art. However, yung art ba na yun is functionable? Yung art ba na ginawa mo is nagagamit? May pakinabang? Kaya nga sabi dito, build curiosity and open new doors. Halimbawa si Jericho, gumawa siya ng certain arts. Bagong art to, wala pang nakaka-imbento or wala pang nakaka-discover. It open new doors. Kasi bakit? Ito pang ginawa ni Jericho, may pakinabang ba? If yes, it open new doors. Pag wala, magiging art lang siya talaga. Wala siyang function, wala siyang pakinabang, pero art siya. Compared to knowledge. Yung knowledge naman po, may pinagbabasihan kang datas, information, experiences. However, kapag knowledge ang ginagamit natin, relying solely on rules and can limit growth. Bakit ba nalilimit yung growth pag knowledge ang pinag-uusapan? Kasi may knowledge tayong pinagbabasihan. Kung hanggang level 10 lang ang knowledge na nag-e-exist, so hanggang level 10 lang yung art na kailangan mag-exist. Hindi siya pwedeng mag-level 11 hanggang level 20 kasi yung knowledge hanggang level 10 lang, assuming. Halimbawa, no, sa ngayon, sa buong mundo, sa buong Pilipinas, ang pinaka-best way para palamigin ang isang room, kotse, o lugar ay ang tinatawag nating air conditioning system. Aside from that, wala nang mas nakakahigit doon. Kasi bakit? Limited pa po yung knowledge. Kumbaga, wala pa silang nadidiscover na mas higit sa air condition. So hanggang ngayon, air condition pa din ang ginagamit natin. Makakapag-imbento ka pa ba ng mas higit sa air condition? Siguro hindi pa kasi limited pa tayo ng knowledge and limited pa tayo ng technologies. Okay? So yun po yung disadvantage ni art when using knowledge. However, kapag binagbasihan mo is knowledge, functionable siya. Kaagad-agad nagagamit ko siya. Kasi meron kang pinagbabasihan na information. And those information can be useful when creating arts in order to be functionable and may kapaki-pakinabang. Without curiosity, there is no discovery. The world need those who dare to imagine beyond.
I got cookie dunking kits. I put an Oreo in the dino stick and soaked it in the milk. This one even has 3.
I know you did not spend $16 damn to dunk some cookies in milk.
You couldn't dip your cookie in your milk like that, right? And just put it in your mouth.
Give it a second. Okay.
You spent almost $50 just because you didn't want to get a little bit of pickle juice on your hands.
Let me show you how to use this. Look at that. You see the pickle juice on my $50 damn dollars? You spent $39 to cut up a bagel? You don't gotta go buy that expensive shit, girl. And bam.
When you're ready to close it,
You spent $16,950 damn to close the toilet with a remote.
It took me like 0.5 seconds to close that. What?
Art as an expression. There are countless ways of expressing oneself through art. Number one, we have the visual art. It is the kind of art form that the population is most likely more exposed to. Ito yung mga pinaka-popular no art as an expression is the visual expression. But variation is so diverse. They range from sculptures that you see in the art galleries that you saw in your last movie. Ito yung mga paintings na nakikita natin sa gallery. Ito yung mga sculpture na nakikita natin sa daan. Ito yung architecture, tsaka yung engineering design na nakikita natin sa mga buildings na dinadaanan natin. Ito yung mga movies na pinapanood natin sa cellphone at sa laptop or sa cinema. Ang tawag natin doon, visual art. Kasi nakikita natin, na-appreciate natin by visualizing those arts. Okay? Next. So, kamukha na to. This is kind of visual arts. Next, art as an expression. Number one is film. Refers to the art putting together succession of still image in order to create an illusion or movement. Anyways, kung kaya kong maglagay ng mga videos dito, gagawin ko. Pero if hindi, I'll be sending na lang siguro the videos. Pero try kong iput dito yung mga videos, okay? Film. Ito yung tinatawag nating motion picture camera. Ito ginagamit to yung mga sinaunang cartoons. Ito yung may mga mano-manong dinadrawing per frame. Tapos pinipicture, then ipe-play. Magiging simultaneous video. Parang ganito, no? Nung bata ako, ang ginagawa ko sa notebook ko, dun sa corner na right ng notebook ko is nagda-drawing ako ng stickman. So every page may kanya-kanyang movement. And then, if i-flip ko yung notebook ko ng mabilis, makikita mo yung stickman, gumagalaw siya. So parang ganun yung motion picture camera. Meron din tayong tinatawag na computer-generated or CGI. Most of the time, ito na po yung ginagamit natin ngayong 21st century when it comes to films sa mga pinapanood po natin. Okay?
Here, a Mickey Mouse short is being put on film. Mickey has been inked and painted on transparent sheets of celluloid. This happens to be a panorama effect where the character will walk in one place and the background keeps moving behind him to create the illusion. Each time a new cell of Mickey is photographed, the background must be moved a fraction of an inch. Photographing each one of these celluloids of Mickey and background makes a single frame of motion picture film. And here's how the action looks on the screen. Now note that our character is capable of giving us a real feeling of 3 dimensions.
Next, we have the performance art. Meron din po akong video na ilalagay dito. Is alive art. And artist is the medium. Performance art, ito yung mga concert, ito yung mga dance performance na actual nating pinapanood, ito yung mga magicians na pinapanood natin pag merong birthday celebrations, kamukha ng mga clowns. Pag merong kumakanta sa cafe, pag may mga kumakanta sa bar, ang tawag natin doon, live performance kasi the medium is the body. Okay? Ngayon, ang pinaka-main purpose po ng performance art is the relationship between the audience and the performers. Halimbawa, sir, paano nga ba nagkakaroon ng relationship yung audience doon sa nagpe-perform? Just like for example, kapag nagko-concert yung favorite artist mo, pag kumakanta siya, sinasabayan mo. Kapag nag-stop siya dun sa lyrics, tapos yung audience naman yung sasayaw or kakanta. Tama? Di ba sa concert, merong part na hindi kakanta yung singer, pero kakanta mga audience? Something like that. The relationship between the audience. Ngayon naman, halimbawa, nanonood ka naman ng mga stunts, mga daredevil na performance. Okay? Paano naman natin makikita yung relationship ninyo? Yung concerns. Halimbawa, meron siyang mapanganib na pine-perform na magic. Di ba makikita mo sa expression ng tao, napapapikit, napapasigaw. Di ba yung iba ayaw ng panoorin. Yun, nagkakaroon ng relationship yung concerns ng mga audience doon sa safety ng performance. So something like that, nagkakaroon ng relationship.
Hello, what is your name?
My name's Matt Johnson.
How old are you?
I'm 47 years old.
And where are you from, Matt?
I'm originally from England, but I've lived in Vancouver, Canada for 23 years.
What do you do for a living in Vancouver?
I'm an escape artist.
I'm looking at the thing behind you. It already looks like crazy.
Thank you.
Wow. Are you married?
Are you asking? No, I'm sorry.
I mean,
yeah.
am I proposing?
Well, we have the same hair.
No, because I always wonder when people are escape artists, it can be very dangerous, right?
My wife actually asked me to stop doing it because of something that happened just a year ago. She asked me to not do it anymore.
Ooh, and you didn't listen.
I've not done it since. This is the first time.
Okay.
What happened?
I was working on a dangerous escape, and I actually hung myself and drowned at the same time, and I ended up in ER.
No.
And so then after that happened, I just got knocked off my saddle. I didn't do it anymore. But I found it really hard because it's my life. It's you know what? And this sounds so ridiculous, but I'm here to face my fears. I have something to prove that I can do it again.
You're scaring me.
Yeah, I know.
You're scaring me more. Like this thing, I see like a lot of sharpness and things behind.
This, I've never done this before, ever.
Ever?
Ever.
What about rehearsing for this opportunity?
Yesterday.
Once?
Yep. I didn't pay attention at school, so this is what I do for a living.
I hope we have EMTs ready in the back, and I'm really scared. Good luck.
Thank you.
This is crazy.
Fingers and toes crossed.
So, judges, I'm going to be strapped into a regulation straitjacket. I will then be locked by my ankles to the board on this device and flipped upside down. I'll have to escape the straitjacket in order to use my arms to flip myself the right way up. That becomes dangerous when you realize that hanging above me are two circular saws that spin at 2,000 revolutions a minute. They're attached to that counterweight. When the escape starts, the clear box will begin to fill with water. When the water reaches one of those two pink lines, we're not sure exactly which, it will trip those saws to fall into the exact spot where I'm hanging.
You're not sure which line?
We haven't done it enough. I have to get myself out the right way up and get my ankles free and escape before the saw falls. If I don't, I'm literally gonna be cut in two. Wish me luck.
Do not try this at home.
Oh, this is crazy.
Wait. Okay, start the saws.
Look how fast that water's going up.
And he doesn't know if it's the first or the second line.
Looks like we just trouble.
He's got his arm over. He's got his arm over. It's about to hit.
It's almost like the first line.
can't believe it. Oh my God! My heart!
Simon, what did you think?
I mean, anyone who puts himself in this position, you know, because the trouble is, things go wrong. And that could have been catastrophic. But you are brilliant. Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Respect.
I mean, that was insane. That looked so dangerous. I mean, my stomach still hurts because I was like so nervous for you.
I mean, it was so close because, you know, it came down and it almost like knocked you off the chair. You're crazy. And you should possibly listen to your wife a little bit more.
I should. I'm actually speechless because I've never been more scared than I was looking at this contraption, listening to the amount of time that you haven't rehearsed. It's just crazy. But I want to start the voting by saying yes.
It's a yes.
Yes.
Your wife is going to hate me, but I want to see you again. 4 yeses.
Thank you so much, guys.
Well done, Matt.
I've never seen anything like that. Good news is I'm alive.
Dude, I have been freaking out.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, who are you?
I'm Moses. I come from Spain.
Well, welcome to America's Got Talent. What will you be doing for us today?
I'm gonna do some dance for you.
Okay, why America's Got Talent?
It's the biggest stage in the world. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we're excited that you're here, and good luck to you.
Thank you so much.
We've had nice people today.
Because we are nice.
Try this at home.
It's very sharp. What's happening?
I don't know, but it's not good.
Harry, no.
perfecting my craft for 30 years. But when you do what I do, a lot of things go wrong. I was working on a dangerous escape, and I hung myself and drowned at the same time.
No.
People say, why do I do it? It's like people who bungee jump or skydive. You don't feel like you're living unless you're doing something that puts you right there on the edge. I don't do this because I want to die. I do this because I want to live.
That could have been catastrophic, but you are brilliant. 4 yeses.
Tonight, for this escape, I've created a device that is so dangerous. It absolutely terrifies me. I look death straight in the face, and if I don't make it, then you're gonna carry me off in a body bag. A year and a half ago, I almost killed myself performing an escape. I drowned and hung myself and was rushed to trauma and was at death's door. This evening, I'll be at death's door again, quite literally. Let's begin. I'm being chained and padlocked to this door by the neck, by the chest, and by the waist. I'll have to use a single lockpick to make my escape. Ladies and gentlemen, judges, you realize this is lethal when you notice that over there is a bucket of sand. It is attached by a rope to a chainsaw. When the escape starts, the sand will leave the bucket will get lighter, and the chainsaw will get heavier, bringing it closer and closer to my face. I have to pick the locks and make my escape before the chainsaw goes straight through the middle of my skull. Ladies and gentlemen, judges, wish me luck. Start the saw, start the sand.
And poetry performance is an art form where the artist expresses his emotion not by using paint, charcoal, or camera, but express them through words. If you know a spoken poetry, so this is an example of poetry performance. Through the words, the artist express his emotion. Okay, later meron akong ipapakita at ipapanood na video sa inyo.
Humahampas ang mga pakpak ng mga ibong lumilipad sa asul na impapawid. Sa ibabaw ng mga punong namumulaklak, sa lilim ng buwang nagmamasid. At aking nakita, sa gitna ng madilim na paligid, dalawang pusong nagtatanong, ano ang tunay na kahulugan ng pag-ibig?
Paano ko ba makukuha ang pagmamahal mo? Pagmamahal na nais kong matamo. Pagmamahal na hinahanap ng aking puso. Pagmamahal na magbubuo ng aking pagkatao. Ito ang sinabi sa akin ng mundo. Para tanggapin nila ako, dapat sabay ako sa uso. Mga damit ko dapat laging bago. Mga presyong umaabot ng libo-libo dahil ang suot mo, yan ang halaga mo. At kahit mga di ko kailangan, ay bibilhin ko pa din. Dahil lang gusto ko sa kanila ako'y maging in. Dapat ako'y matalino. Dapat walang bagsak o pasang-awa lang sa aking mga grado dahil walang silbi ang mga mahina ang ulo. At kahit masakit man isipin, ikakaya ka ng mismong magulang mo dahil tanggap ka lang nila pag may nagawa kang maganda. Ganito ba talaga ang pamilya? Si Itay ngayon ay may iba na at kaming magkakapatid sa bahay ay laging gera. Dagdag pa ng mundo, ako'y dapat may bisyo. Alak, droga, sigarilyo, hit-hit doon, hit-hit dito, nawawala pansamantala ang mga problema ko. Ito daw ang mga bagay na pag ginawa ko, pasok ako sa kanilang grupo. Sabi nila, ito ang mga bagay na pag ginawa ko ay sasaya ako. Pero bakit hanggang ngayon? Ramdam ko ang butas sa puso ko. Oo nga pala, naalala ko, sabi din nila, dapat ako'y may nobyo dahil siya ang magmamahal sa'yo. Pero tanong ko lang, mahal, bakit iniwan mo ko? Iniisip ko, saan ba ako nagkulang sa'yo? Lahat naman ay ibinigay ko. Buong buo na nalimutan ko magtira para sa sarili ko. Kaya ngayon, ako'y gulong-gulo. Ano nga ba talaga ang pag-ibig na totoo?
Emosyonal kang nagtanong. Isang tanong na maraming nagtangkang tumuklas. Iba't ibang lahi, iba't ibang siglo, at iba't ibang oras. Tanong na hindi nagawang sagutin ng tatlong kulay pulang rosas katulad mo. Nais din nilang masumpungan ang sagot. Nais din nilang kumawala sa mapagpalalong rehas. Mula sa karamdamang isang patak ng tunay na pag-ibig lamang ang lunas.
Minsan nang nasumpungan ang hatid mong ganda. Subalit, kahulugan mo'y tila naglaho na. Sabihan mong muli na di ako nag-iisa. Na di dapat mangamba. Na ang laban ay tapos na. Subalit, ang bawat hakbang ko'y puno ng pagdududa. Ang puso ko'y nangangamba. Nasaan ka? Muli kang magpakilala. Pinilit ko mawala sa mga payo mo kung kaya napahamak sa mga kilos ko. Nagpahatak ako sa gusto ng mundo, humintong makinig dyan sa tinig mo. Hinayaang manakawan, mainganyong muli, ng matamis na handog ng pananalapi. Ang pakipag-usap sa iyo'y kinatamaran. Ang paglilingkod ay kinasawaan. Napagod akong magsilbi sa iyo dahil nalimutan ang dahilan kung bakit gagawin ko to. Ngunit di makayang tuluyang mapalayo. Maaari ko bang aminin na hindi ko kakayanin, na hindi ka nakasama sa aking lakbayin? Ayoko na makinig sa kasinungalingan, hindi kita kailangan dito sa aking buhay. Ngayon ako'y kulang at nais mabuo, hindi ng ibang bagay, kundi ng iyong puso. Sakipin mo ako mula sa mga takot ko. Alam kong ikaw lang ang maghihinahon ng damdamin ko. Tinangkang humanap ng papalit sa'yo. Subalit na iwang bigo sa paghalili ng pwesto mo. Muli mong ipaintindi ang kasapatan mo nang di na maghanap ng iluluklok dito sa puso ko.
Sa oras na to, hayaan mong magpakilala ako. Hindi ako ang iyong normal na romantiko. Hindi pulang rosas ang ibibigay ko, subalit hayaan mong ako'y magdilig. Ididilig ko ay pulang mas malapot pa sa tubig, yun ang tunay na pag-ibig. Hindi tsokolate o haran ng himig. Hindi simpleng pagsundo o ordinaryong paghatid. Hindi kumusta o kumain ka na. Hindi simpleng pagkarga ng iyong mga gamit. Hindi ang oo mo ang aking ipipilit dahil maghihintay ako. At maghihintay akong magpakilala sa'yo. Uulitin ko. Magpapakilala ako. Ako ang tunay na pag-ibig. Hindi lang kita susunduin o ihahati dahil kasama mo ako sa bawat segundong pumipintig. Hindi lang ang iyong mga gamit. Hindi lang ang iyong mga gamit dahil kakargahin kita sa ang sulok man ng daigdig. Hindi simpleng kumusta o kumain ka na dahil nais kong marinig ang iyong himig at kung bakit nag-iikahos ang iyong tinig. Darating ako sa oras na ako iyong tawagan. Tirik man ang araw o malakas ang ulan, dumating man ang bagyo sa silangan, darating ako. Darating ako para pakalmahin ang mga bagyo mo kailanman. Kailanman huwag mong kakalimutan ng mga sasabihin ko. Kahit ang mga problema mo'y kasing lagi ng isang barko, tandaan mo, ako ang gumawa ng karagatang nilalangoy nito. Kung ang mga pagdadaanan mo'y kasing laki ng isang bundok, tandaan mo, hinarap ko na ang bundok na magliligtas sa'yo. Tinila ang mga malalakas na hangin gumugulo sa isipan mo sa maingay na buhay. Sa mainit na kulay, oo. Narito ako, magpapakilala sa'yo. Rumagasama ng mga taong hindi nakakakita ng iyong tunay na halaga. Dumagsaman sila, hayaan mong mangutya sila, tawanan ka man nila. Para sa akin, ikay prinsipe at prinsesa. Ikaw ang pinakamainam kong likha. Dahilan kung bakit ang kalawa kay ginawa, mahalaga ka. Mahalaga ka sa mga mata ng isang tunay na nagmamahal. Hindi mo kailangan magpakabanal. Bago mo pa natutunang sundin ang magagandang asal, minahal na kita at patuloy akong magmamahal. Sa pagsuko mo ng buhay mo, ako'y kampyonatong itatanghal.
Muli mong ibalik ang naghihingalo ko ng pag-ibig. Di na maagaw ng saya at kilig, maging karamdaman man o sakit, di ka na ipagpalit sa karangyaan. At tamis na mga bagay na pumapaligid dito sa aking puso'y nais pamanhik. Muli mong iparanas na ikaw ang lunas. Na nariyan ka lagi at hindi ka bumibitaw. Muli mong iparanas ang iyong pagmamahal. Ang puso ko'y naninikluhod sa iyong kabutihan. Sinubukan mang gumalaw sa sarili kong kalakasan, dunong ang pinairal sa nais kong makamtan. Huminto, lumayo, nagkulang ang tulad ko. Heto ka't di nagbago sa panunuyo mo. Walang kailangang patunayan upang mahalin mo.
Ilalahad ko ang mga plano ko sa buhay mo. Planong hindi mo pa nakikita. Lugar na hindi mo pa napupuntahan at ligayang hindi mo pa nararanasan. Planong magsasalba sa magulo mong musika. Planong mag-aatid sa'yo sa kabilang banda. Planong magpapatuloy kahit madapa ka pa. Planong magtatayo sa'yo kapag pagod ka na. Hawakan mo ang mga kamay ko. Hayaan mong dalhin kita sa dulo. Hayaan mong ako ang umupo sa manubela ng buhay mo. Ito ay mga pangakong hindi lamang sinabi sa dumaraang hangin. Hindi lang ito mga pangakong pinako sa sugatan mong damdamin. Ito ay mga pangakong inalatag kong hangarin. Sa pagpunta mo pa lamang sa lugar na to, nakita na kita mula sa malayo. Bawat paghakbang mo'y paglukso sa puso kong panalo. Umaawit, kumakanta sa totoong ritmo, sumasayaw sa totoong tono. Kahit pawisan ka pa sa iyong kinalalagyan. Kahit mainit sa labas, ang mahalaga, narito ka na. Narito ka na at sisimulan ko na ang mga plano ko para sa buhay mo. Planong makasama ka magpakailanman. Ibigin ka ng walang hanggan, ilipad ka sa alapaap ng tunay kong nararamdaman. Tama na ang mga seldang nagkukulong sa'yo. Tama na ang mga rehas na nagpapalungkot sa puso mo. Handa akong pagalingin ang damdamin mong pagod na sa maingay na mundo. Para sa'yo. Para sa'yo. Narito ako. O tapos na humampas ang mga pakpak ng mga ibong lumilipad sa asul na yung papawid. Nagtakip silim sa ibabaw ng mga puno, sa lilim ng buwang nagmamasid. At napagmasdan nila na naroon ako kasama mo sa madilim mong paligid.
At sa paligid na yon, aking narinig kahulugan ng tunay na pag-ibig. Pag-ibig na hinahanap ko sa iba.
Pag-ibig na hinahabol-habol ka.
Pag-ibig na ako'y tanggap.
Pag-ibig na ikaw ang lahat-lahat.
Pag-ibig na nagpapatawad.
Pag-ibig na anak sa'yo ang tawag.
Pag-ibig na naiintindihan ako.
Pag-ibig na nagkatawang tao.
Pag-ibig na kumumpleto ng mundo ko.
Pag-ibig na iririgalo pati langit para sa'yo.
Pag-ibig na binubuhay ako.
Pag-ibig. Pag-ibig na namatay para sa'yo.
And architecture, of course, we all know this naman, this is the design of a certain building. Bakit po nagiging art as an expression yung architecture? Kasi most of the time, yung thought, yung gusto ng owner, yung kanyang design na gustong ipagawa sa bahay, kahit mahirap man to, kailangan masunod ni architect. Kasi yun yung gusto ng owner ng bahay na ipagawa sa architect. Kasi para sa kanya, this design is very, let's say, very close to me. This design is very ideal to me. Bata pa lang ako, ganito na yung gusto kong bahay na design. So nagkakaroon ng expression through architecture. Next naman, we have dance. We know what is dance, especially when you perform cultural dances. It has a meaning. Kapag sumasayaw ka ng traditional dances, you represent the culture of a certain nation or a certain region. Sometimes naman, kapag sumasayaw ka ng, let's say, contemporary art, you express your emotion through your movements. We have also the applied arts. It includes industrial design, fashion design, and graphic design. Ito yung mga arts na napapakinabangan natin in a everyday basis. It's like, for example, yung design ng damit mo, yung design ng cortina ninyo, yung design ng basahan ninyo, yung pot holder ninyo, yung tuwalya nyo, yung lalagyan nyo ng baso. Ang tawag natin doon, applied arts. Now let's talk about the values of arts in society. Number one is the cultural value. Of course, when we value a certain culture, we were able to preserve tradition, belief, and customs. Just like, for example, by celebrating their language, celebrating their cultural dance, or performing their cultural dance, we appreciate the cultural value. Educational values naman, of course, when we study a certain art, pinag-aralan natin yung mga culture, yung mga traditions, kung sino-sino yung mga artists, natututo tayo. So, nagkakaroon ng educational value. Next, we have the social value. Just like, for example, community murals. Let's say, Sinukuan Festival. Of course, yung mga tao dito sa Pampanga, every barangay, nagpe-perform sila ng Sinukuan Festival. And nagkakaroon ng communication, nagkakaroon ng social value. Aside from that, every December here in San Fernando, Pampanga, nagkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag na Ligligang Parol, where in fact, majority of all barangays in San Fernando, nagprepresent sila ng mga parol. And kita naman ho natin na all Fernandinos always attend that major event. So nagkakaroon ng social values. Historical values, of course, when we analyze, when we perform also, when we sing or dance, we value the historical nature of a certain art. Economic value, just like for example, yung mga arts po natin, nilalagay sa gallery, sa isang places, and then yung mga tourism, pumupunta sila doon just to visit that certain art, kumikita yung isang community. Aside from that, for example, yung San Fernando, di ba? Tayo yung unang exporter ng parol kasi kilala tayo sa paggawa ng mga parol, and we know parol is a art. So kumikita tayo pagdating sa part na yon. Moral and ethical values, of course, once you were able to, let's say, nanood ka ng movie, educational, motivational movie, na ma-motivate ka or nai-inspired ka. Kung educational naman yan, natututo ka. So there is a moral and ethical value. Aesthetic value, natututo kang mag-analyze, mag-appreciate ng design, ng color, ng shape, ng element na naka-include sa art na yon. Emotional and psychological value, of course, some art can be a form of therapy. Siguro dito merong mga pagkakataon na stress ka sa buhay, instead of doing something bad, mas pinili mong mag-drawing na lang, mag-compose ng kanta, or makinig ng kanta to ease our emotion and feeling. 9 is spiritual value, particularly for those arts na related sa religion and Catholicism, whatever religion it is. Of course, when we see a certain art which is related to religion, na memorialize or na-uplift yung spiritual value natin. And lastly, the political value. So pumapasok po dito yung editorial cartoons, political poster, documentary, and protest art. It's like for example po ng protest art, halimbawa mayroong rally. Sa mga past president po natin, gumagawa sila ng mga mascot na halimbawa ng kamukha ni Marcos, kamukha ni Duterte, kamukha ni Ninoy Aquino, kamukha ni Gloria Aquino. Tapos, binibigyan ng something na sungay, malaking ilong, malaking mata, that reflects their misbehavior in the government. Or sometimes gumagawa sila ng mga posters or editorial movies para makita kung ano yung ginagawang mali ng isang certain person na related sa politics. Something like that. So that ends our discussion. Thank you so much and God bless you all.